Bum, 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 bum. Good evening, Patrick. Good evening to whoever's in the comments. I don't think we'll get many people tonight in the comments, mate, because I'm going to be talking about some of our entitled fans as well as the match tonight, mate. I'm just sick to death of our fan base. Not all our fan base. Some of our fan base are worse than Arsenal fans.
Well, that's what you get when you have spoiled brats.
No, but the thing is, mate, we can say it's foreign fans, we can say it's this, we can say it's that. I'm seeing fans of our age on social media. Hello, DC. How are you, DC? And good evening, Ash, as well. I'm seeing grown men at Erling Haaland. You need to fuck off from our club, you big lamppost. These are grown men, mate.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? Good evening, Nick. Hope you're well, mate. You've seen me rants as well, Nick, but I'm just sick to death of not all our fan base, mate, but I'm seeing more and more people now. And let us know in the comments. I'm seeing long-standing City fans atting our players, atting Pep, wanting Pep out. I'm staggered with it all. It's none of us expected us to be anywhere near challenging, let's say, Liverpool. None of us expected to be challenging Liverpool this season. Because Liverpool have had a massive fall off, right? So it was over to Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal have been that great, but the best team always wins the league, yeah? And because in second place, everyone, including me to a certain extent, got a little bit giddy. Oh, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league, right? But because we've had that fall off, that where we are now is where we probably deserve to be with, let's call it transition, let's call it huge drop off. And just, yeah, I want to get this crystal clear, right? It's okay critiquing a player, not a problem. That's football. That's what we've done for generations and generations in pubs and, you know, talking to people, you know, at the bus stop or whatever. Critiquing players or managers or whatever, that's good. But I noticed a new breed of social media. What gives any absolute fucking, pardon my French, knobhead the right to at somebody and say, get out of my club, you big fucking lamppost?
They have as much right as you do to congratulate them. It's called free speech. But I'll give you a different way of looking at the fall off, right? And a lot of people are getting tied up in the loss of form, the loss of this and the loss of that. Bit Crystal Palace our game in hand and bit Arsenal we're 3 points behind. Is that a fall off?
I get it, right?
That a fall off?
From where we listen, anybody, I think, with even a little intelligence would have thought, I know jokingly at the start of the season, I said 10 points at the start of the season. No way on God's earth I thought we was going to win the league by 10 points. That was tongue in cheek. That's anybody who knows me. No, that's the kind of stuff I do. For us to be second, I am delighted, mate. I am absolutely delighted where we are. And does Pep make mistakes? Of course he does. Of course he makes mistakes. The players make mistakes. Of course they do. But I'm now seeing people, and again, it's critique. I'm seeing Cherky's got to start every game. Maybe there's a lot of truth in that. Are people forgetting when Cherky starts? Cherky's not very great at passing 2 yards. Saying that, De Bruyne wasn't. Right? That's not personally having a go at a player. That's critiquing him. I think you summed it up well in our little chat yesterday, mate. We seem to have the Italian David James. That's not me at Donna Summer you are shit, you've got no arms. That's critique players.
See, I think we done a run because I went back today because the first couple of games he played for us, like I remember, and I actually agreed with Ratboy on his podcast. What the three things you like choices you have from a goalkeeper, right? And he was talking about, he was comparing Ederson to Donnarumma, right? Great with your feet, controls the box and can save the ball. Donnarumma could control his box and save the ball, wasn't great with his feet. Brilliant combination. Displayed that the first 2 or 3 matches. Absolutely came, took everything, man, ball, but exactly what you want to see in a goalkeeper. And I went back today and I watched a few clips of him playing for PSG, and he was doing exactly that back with PG. So I don't know what's happening with the man. Is it a confidence thing? Is it psychological, whatever? But he's flopping quite a bit, and that's why I called him the Calamity James. But
I don't want to just sort of like call one player out. Yeah, critique him, but generally, we didn't get the result that we wanted yesterday, and obviously we didn't on Wednesday against Madrid. And by the way, the Madrid game could have been a totally different game. We had 2 great chances early doors. I know we didn't, etc. Right, but because we've got so close to Arsenal, the fan base's heads fall off, and I will stand on that hill, and I will say some of our fan base are worse than Arsenal fans. I really listen. I don't hold. Anybody knows me. I don't hold back. I say exactly what it is. Now, and again, like I think it was DC a minute, and DC nailed it. To be fair, you know, it's one thing for newer or younger fans to behave that way, but long-time fans, that is poor. That's exactly what we're seeing. And somebody's probably seen me tweet not long ago to a long-standing City fan who have followed for years and years. Something like, has Pep fucked off yet? Or has Pep been sacked yet? And people are liking that. And I don't know what's worse there, your actual tweet or people liking it. Pep's brought us 18 trophies in 10 years, right?
I don't have a problem with people saying that, right? They're entitled to their opinion, right? Like, maybe that's like if they're saying maybe the end of the road has come for Pep. And I take this approach in life. You can look at life through a problem-based lens, but identify the problem, but then identify the solution. Just don't say Pep fuck off or Pep gets sacked or Pep this. What's your solution then after that? What's coming after that then? Because
you're right, mate. Because I see little debates on Twitter and social media where saying Pep's got his tactics wrong. I get that because as fans we do that. You know, why didn't he start X, Y, Z? Why has he started A, B, C? That's fine. But then you get them at Pep Team or fucking at Ireland or whatever. So if my boss at my handle on social media, you're shit at work, does he want me to go in then tomorrow and perform at my highest level?
Yeah, but you see, Andy, we're of not be smart, right? We're of a different generation. Listen.
We've seen our generation do it now.
No, I'm not about us as fans. I'm all about the players. Them players have grown up. You take your own son, your own daughter. They have grown up in this social media environment. We are not used to that. That's water off a duck's back to most of them players. It's laughable to them. Plus the fact you have a social media team doing most of their posting anyway. I know they have access to their accounts and when they're tagged and stuff like that, they see it. But that's water off a duck's back to them because they have grown up in it, Andy. We have not grown up in it. Like, we personalise that shit. They don't.
To a certain extent, I agree with you. But there's that element of a human being, mate. Right? Because we've seen drop-offs from players where our own fans have been on players' backs, like Grealish, for instance. Kyle Walker, we've seen drop-offs. And it's no coincidence that those 2 players in particular, there's probably more, those two players in particular have had the wrath of our own fans on social media, as well as in certain sections at the Etihad. Never away games, never ever away games, and that tells you all about our away fans. And I think it was Nick who tweeted yesterday, our away fans yesterday was piss poor, and I went, and he'll tell you, I went, Nick, don't beat yourselves up over it, because our away fans are magnificent, mate.
Yeah, I seen that, and I know the reason why, because there was normally you wouldn't get an away ticket because it goes to the people on the most points and on them schemes, but there was tickets available for the West Ham, so that's why the atmosphere was diluted. It wasn't the hardcore fellas that normally are there. But like, even in our prime, right? Let's get a bit realistic around this too. Even in our prime.
I'm in prime now.
Sterling used to get it hammered off our fans. When
Absolutely.
we were flying it, Sterling used to get it. Even at the top of the crest of the wave, Sterling was getting it. Certain players were getting it. Sani was getting it. They were all getting it. Go back to Father Time, they all get it. You know, it's just magnified now because the team are not doing so well. It's not going right at the back. It's not going right in the midfield. It's not going right up forward. The keeper's flopping a good bit. It's just going collectively wrong. And I was thinking about it today, right? About all these entitled fans and all this crack. And I go back to that quote, your man, the American president. It's not what your country can do for you, but what your country can do, what you can do for your country. Mm-hmm. So it's not about our team needs us now, right? So we have to get behind the team. We have to support the team. Yeah, they're not playing to the standards that they've gotten as used to over the years. So we have to get behind the team, give the team the boost, rather than the team having to play well in the pitch before we respond.
Paddy, right? I get you, but let's look on the pitch, right? And it's natural. It is genuinely natural. People say, you know, oh, he's De Bruyne's replacement. You can't replace De Bruyne. You can't replace Company. You can't replace a Fernandinho. You can't replace a David Silva.
You can't.
You can't replace a Sergio Aguero. We've not been able to replace a Riyad Mahrez. We've not been able to replace a Raheem Sterling. We just learn to play different. And because it's not working, people still think, I'm assuming because of some of the stuff what I see, people just assume that because a De Bruyne goes, we'll get somebody to come in as a De Bruyne. Like Cherky's De Bruyne's replacement. No, he's not. He's not fit to lace De Bruyne's boots. He's not fit to lace David Silva's boots at this moment in time. But people think is the real deal. I'm now seeing people have a go at Semenyo. He can't hold the ball up. I'll defend that lad. He's got some good goals since Alan's drop off a little bit. Since he's joined us, fair play to him. He tracks back. He works hard. But I don't think Semenyo is everyone's cup of tea. Doesn't matter. You need different ingredients to bake a cake, mate, as you know. But it's just the calling out of players and seeing. And I always say tongue in cheek. Ain't no reminds me of Danny Tiato. That's just the way he runs. Does he make the right choices with crossing? No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
That's right because he's a fucking left back.
At this moment in time, I seen people slaughtering Nunes yesterday. Nunes for most of the game actually played on his own on the right hand side, as did Ain't Nori, to be fair. I don't know what people's expectations are, because I know what mine are after the players what we've lost. The players what have come in I will say it at this moment in time, are generally not as good at this moment in time as the players we've lost. Will they ever be as good as a Sergio or a De Bruyne and that? I doubt it, or a Yaya. We've seen some absolute. We have been over the past just over a decade. We have been blessed with what we've seen, and it's not just the 18 trophies what Pep's brought in since Pep's been with us. It's before that. It's the Mancini, it's the Pellegrini, etc. they won trophies and leagues with us. What Pep has done is unprecedented in the game, especially the Premier League. Unprecedented. You will not see that again from any other team, not in my lifetime anyway. That's not a Fergie quote. You won't see it again, mate, because, and people keep saying if he stays, he's going to ruin his legacy. The fans are ruining his legacy, not Pep Guardiola. It's the fans who are ruining his legacy.
Why do people keep saying? Why do people keep comparing Cherky to Kevin De Bruyne and then
you may as well compare that to a pint of Stella. It's totally different.
Why don't they compare Cherky to Jeff Whitley or Jim Whitley or Steve Lumless or Richard Dunn? Why don't they compare them to them players?
Because we always think we've got the best players in the world. Because they won't, mate. Because some of them won't remember the Whitleys or the Lomases, etc. But it's the level of entitlement. And we will get onto the game shortly, mate. I just needed to let a bit of steam off. Because, and by the way, somebody please tell me in the comments as well. And I've seen one or two in here as well. Why is everyone wearing these stupid sunglasses and the profile pictures?
Jeez, you got it bad tonight.
I have got it bad tonight. And you know something? Generally, I'm always in a good mood. But our fan base is really starting to grow. And after tonight, I am going to be deactivating Twitter for a while. Because I need to, because I can feel myself on it all the time now. Arguing with and I always say never argue with an idiot because they'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. I'm ignoring my own advice. But you know where I'm coming from with the entitlement of the fans, Paddy. Not all fans.
I told you before, and I'm going to keep telling you until you grow hair, you're following the wrong people online. You follow too many people.
It's not a case. No, because right. To a certain extent, you're right. To a certain extent. How about the ones who have followed since what? I think since 2012 when I joined X. Some of them people now.
When you start supporting us?
No, not like you. No, they've turned in people, like I said before, people of our age group are turning into entitled fans. And I don't get it. I don't get it.
Andy, look at the way it's gone, right? Look at the way it's gone. Like, we know people who, they're on Twitter Spaces, they have their own podcasts, they're on everybody else's show, they're on their show, Sky Sports, if you can watch it, which I don't.
Exactly, Jack. Exactly.
They have YouTube people on talking about a football team that wouldn't know if a ball was fucking blew up or stuffed. It's just gone social media, clicks. The latest thing, and this is not against any of the Man City boys who took place, but watching the derby inside a box, that's the level we're at now. And I know that's what they probably were told the scores and all that crack inside the box. I don't care. You watching the derby inside a box and getting filmed. That's what
I said at the top of the show, mate. It's where we are now is where we deserve to be. But in all our heads, because we've won the amount what we've won, everyone expects us to carry that on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. United fans would have expected them to carry it on forever and ever and ever and ever. Football is in cycles, and at the moment we've gone in slip gear and we're banging our bollocks on the frame. That is it. Martin says, does Pep's style work anymore? The Premier League should change its name to Low Block League. Does Pep's style play work anymore? Yes. But I know people say, well, it's poor from Pep because he doesn't know his best 11. But why shouldn't it? Am I right in saying up until we got beat off Madrid, we'd not been beat for 11 games?
Yeah. And
that's predominantly in the Premier League. So it does work. In my opinion, it does work because we're the second best. People can say there's better footballing teams out there than us.
I don't know how many people are watching this stream, right? And I'm going to include you in this, right?
It's only mean you.
I guarantee you now, you couldn't get a collective agreement they name our best 11 players on that pitch?
Oh, they can, but
No.
and they're actually putting them up on there, and every player they're putting him in.
That's one person's opinion.
They put them in silly sunglasses.
Sample size of one. That's not my opinion. That's not your opinion. That won't be
Exactly.
Nick's or Martin's or anyone else's.
Exactly. So my opinion is, and I said it, I think Donnarumma could do with a little break now. Now he's going to get a little break because Big Trafford's going to be playing at weekend against Arsenal. So he is going to get a bit of a break. I think he needs that little bit of a break because he looks a bit, I won't say not asked, because you'd like to think a professional footballer is always asked. He looked a bit not on it yesterday, not on it. Trafford has got...
You're saying not on it, right? They had one chance on goal and one goal. That was all.
It was the manner of the goal, mate.
I know, but like, you see, that's the problem with a goalkeeper.
I'm not blaming Donnarumma that we didn't put our chances away. It's a team game. It's a team game. But I just think at this moment in time, I think Trafford's got more about him because he's got more to play. He's chasing that World Cup.
Well, I'm going to tell you something now, Mr. Savage, and I want you just to be very carefully. I know a Burnley season ticket holder very, very well. Extremely well. And when we signed Trafford, his exact words was to me, great keeper, but not great on crosses.
But that's your mate's opinion.
But I've watched him.
No, listen. I think there's one or two players who do need a bit.
Your words, be careful what you wish for.
Absolutely. It's like people go on about Pep's got his favourites, la-di-da-di-da-di-da. I don't necessarily agree with that, because if he's got his favourites, he'd have started with Diaz yesterday over Cushy. Because as soon as Diaz was fit, I know he sort of like had a bit of a niggle, but it's almost like Pep brought him, and Pep brought Cushy on against, I forget who it was now. It was against, I forget who it was now. Was it? So, at half time. Oh, Newcastle. Newcastle. Yeah, against Anthony Gordon. So I don't agree with that. I don't necessarily agree with that, mate. I just think at this moment in time, and you know, we're second in the league. It's like we're second from the bottom. Our standard are not like they was a few seasons ago. They're not going to be, like we said earlier.
We have nailed that on this show several times. I don't know how many times we've nailed that on this show. There was a big brain drain that left us. There was a big experience left us. Grealish, Walker, De Bruyne, Gundogan. The fellas who come in have not stepped up to the mark because they're only in the door. Nico Riley, hold on. Nico Riley's only after coming through the youth team. Yes, he's played 55 or 56 matches now. He's still a child.
But people want Rodri drop now and Nico Gonzalez in. Listen, Paddy, last season, he was like, Nico Gonzalez is not good enough to play for us. But all of a sudden, you want a Ballon d'Or winner out now who's coming back from an injury. And I do, yeah, he had a couple of sloppy balls yesterday, but Rodri is getting back into the groove now. By the way, I do like Nico Gonzalez, and I won't be too fussed if you put Nico Gonzalez at the side of Rodri. I think we're in a position now where we can do that.
Do you know what we need, right? We need a Nico Gonzalez beside Rodri, or we need the likes of Mateo Kovacic, who's back on the bench. We need a warrior in that midfield, in my opinion.
We've lost Cover, mate. We've lost him because although he's back, he's been out all season. By the time he gets up to match fitness,
yeah, I mean, we need a player
he's going to be gone anyway. So we can't. We need, for me, we need to be building a bit round Nico Gonzalez, Nico O'Reilly. I don't think Rodri will be with us next season. That's just my personal opinion.
What?
No, it's just my personal opinion.
You think you go in the summer?
I think so. I don't know. I've not heard anything because I'm not an ITK. It's just my
that will be a big hole in our team if he goes.
That is just my fans' opinion. Like, you'll have an opinion. All the guys in the chat will have an opinion of who they want to go or who they think will go, who they think will come in, etc., etc. I've just got a funny feeling Rodri won't be with us next season. I don't think Nico Gonzalez will be with us many years. And I've said on the show, I don't think Donna Summer will be with us after next season. I think he'll be a Courtois replacement at Madrid before he goes back to Italy.
Well, I think the dog in the street knows that Bernardo Silva's going this summer.
Yep.
And if Rodri walks out the door behind him, Jesus Christ.
Neither of them might go. It's just a fan's perspective. Like I've got, I honestly think Rodri will go. I could be talking absolute bubbles like I normally am.
I hope you are.
But the point is, and you said it before, mate, which is our best starting 11? It's not about the best starting 11. It's about getting the players in to do a job. I think Nico O'Reilly had a bit of a quiet game yesterday as well. I'm not going to knock him for it because he's been sensational for us.
Because he got torn to pieces against Real Madrid because he's young and inexperienced.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
I think we just need to slow everything down. As fans, we need to slow it all down and understand we're not the team we used to be. We're at the level now where we should be for this moment in time with whether it's people call it
for the experience of the team.
Yeah.
Like Nunes is not a right back. Nori is only back from injury. Gay only came in January. You heard his interview. He's like the physical side. It's the mental side. He's struggling with the amount of information. Semenyo, you can say Semenyo is not playing in his natural position. He's playing out left, out right, number 10. Pep doesn't let him take the long throws, which he used to do at Bournemouth. Mm-hmm. He's changing the amount of information he has to take on board. Nico O'Reilly is only in the team as such. Cherky, Reinders, Mamouche, Holland and Foden are off the ball. It's just a collective bad patch.
But it's a bad patch, but we're second in the league up until the draw against Forest, the draw yesterday. We was a couple of points. The title was in our own hands, and because we've had that, everyone expected, and we said this before. We've said this before Christmas. With the squad we've got, people are still got in their head. We're a second half team season where we will go on and win 15, 16 games on the trot. And I said, no, we are not that team anymore.
Half that team is missing.
Yeah.
Half that team are not there anymore.
But we know that. The sensible head team fans know that. But then you've got all these wearing sunglasses on the profile picture. Joking if anybody in there is. Can somebody let me know what all these sunglasses on profile pictures are, please? Because even Google won't tell me. But a lot of the people, mate, they're expecting us. We are still that team. What, go on a 16, 17 match unbeaten run, winning streak even.
I want to go back to Division 2. Life is simpler in Division 2. There's none of this shit. You get a ticket, you get a decent pie. Shite, man.
Oh no, I don't know what the pies are like anymore because I'm one of them now. There's my season ticket. Not like you, mate. Traveling all the way from where you live to the match every game, mate.
Are you calling me a day tripper?
No, mate, no. But I just think it's getting a bit too much, you know, with some of our fan base. I really do. No, you can't help. But you must see them, but you don't react to them. I react to them.
Look, I told you before, and I'm going to tell you again. You have 3 strikes. Even if you're a nice fella and you retweet shite 3 times and I follow you, gone. I don't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know what Arsenal's doing. I don't want to know what West Ham's doing. I don't want to know what Liverpool's doing. I couldn't. If I want to know, I look it up myself. All these boys, they retweet this Gold Bridge and them other fucking clowns from Arsenal FFT. Ban them. Block them. Don't follow them. You'll happy you'll be. I don't see any guys on my profile with sunglasses on.
See, DC's nailed it there. Critiquing is fine. Questioning is fine. Abuse is not. The man won us every trophy possible. How does he not have credit in the bank? DC, absolutely bang on. And like I said earlier, it's not Pep ruining his legacy. It's the fans ruining Pep's legacy by expecting that we're going to win every single match, every single trophy, what we're going for. It's the fans ruining his. Do you get what I mean with that, Paddy? It's the fans ruining his legacy.
But like, look, at the end of the day, he needs sacked.
Anyway, I don't know where Paddy's gone. He was here. He was here a short while ago. He's just disappeared.
Oh, Jesus! We go back to the days of Steve Frank Clark leaning up against the dugout. And us getting fucking shinned, and he's leaning up against the dugout. No emotion, no nothing. So we'll go back to Frank Clark.
Michael, exactly, mate. And that was my early start rant. So yesterday, mate, the game. In fact, we can go back to the Madrid game. Again, I don't think we're out that Madrid side, you know. If we get an early goal there,
yeah, you just took the words out of my mouth. We get an early goal.
Anything can happen in there, and I know we're not even at the level when we beat them 4-0, where Bernardo banged a couple in. But Madrid now, I think, tie's done. We on the back of yesterday's result, you'd like to think the players are hurting and. I don't know.
Well, they should have been hurting after Real Madrid, to be honest with you. But anyway, life goes on. But like, this club there are taking the piss. All players come out, Pep, come and support us. We need you. We need 65 notes for a ticket.
I know.
And then because it's Paddy's Day, then Ryanair want €300 or €400 for flights. The hotels then are no different. They're gouging in prices.
How much?
As well. They want $347 for flights.
I can get 5 nights in Benidorm for that for Paddy's Day.
And then the hotel itself, then even the cheap hotel in town, which is I normally get that for about €69. That's 273, I think it was. When I checked.
No, I mean I can get flights, hotel, transfer for that price.
I know that. I could go to Lanzarote for that myself from here.
Wow.
But I'm not. I was when he came over, but I thought, you know what, City, you're 3-0 down, and you still want 60 odd quid for a ticket. Fucking give us a break, like.
I get that. I do get it, Simon. It's just, I think it's just because social media is the devil. Because it is the devil. But again, yeah, Madrid. I don't think it's over, Paddy. I don't know.
I mean, if we get an early goal, yeah, anything is possible. Andy, I'm not giving up in the league. You laugh at me when I told you if we won that game in hand against Crystal Palace, we beat Arsenal at ours, it's 23 points.
You never know. Well, it's mathematically possible. You never know. But we'd have to be that team we used to be, and we're not.
We have moments of it. We have moments.
Do you think we're out of the Madrid game?
No. My heart says no, my head says yes.
Yes or no? Do you think we're out of it?
Yeah, I can see them scoring.
I can see it being 3-3, extra time.
I hope you're right.
I just feel we've got a big performance in us somewhere. I honestly do. I feel we've got a big performance. Was he expecting 3-0? No.
They were just that little bit more clinical, and we were on the night. We should have been 2-0 up by the time they scored.
Yeah, I know we should have done, and I was very disappointed. And again, I'm not going to. But I thought our first 2 goals was very, very, very soft. The third goal, I think we was just at a bit 6s or 7s, and it was sort of a good goal, no challenges and stuff. But
our first goal was just down to pure inexperience.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was down to.
We have got the odd moments in us to go and get a result against Madrid. I'll tell you that. If it had been at Madrid, I'd have been a bit, but because it's at the Etihad, I just have a funny feeling we're going to do something there. And will it be down to team? I don't even think it'll be down to team selection. I think it'll be where the players. I just think something will click.
How would you play? On the argument's sake, who would you play?
Who would play? You're going to have to play Donnarumma because of his.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to have to. I'd definitely be playing Kushinov with Gay.
Right.
But would have put Cushy at right back, and that's nothing against Nunes. I'm just thinking player tactics. I wouldn't be adverse about putting Nico O'Reilly back at left back for that game.
I think he got found out, Andy. I wouldn't expose him to that again because that could do a lot of damage. You could see it in the West Ham game, and that's from a protective. That's not slagging the young fella off. That's purely from
I know
it's not from malice. That's from a point of protection to protect the child. And I know he's a big lump and he's nearly as big as me, but he's still a child to me. Like,
I know. You've got to play Haaland up front, mate. You've got to, I don't care. You've got to play Haaland up front. Got to. Who would have put someone?
Then you have to play. You have to play players who are going to find them and going to feed them. And like if you watch Haaland, when I go, like Jesus Christ, I've been in every home match this season, and I normally up high, normally go up to the 3rd level for it. You can see the runs that Mamouche makes. You can see the runs that the Semenyo makes. You can see the runs that Haaland makes, and the ball doesn't come. You know, like it don't. That's not the player's fault.
No,
that's where you need your Kevin De Bruyne for the laser guided passes.
Good to see Kev back as well. Was it in the week? Was it? Oh, yesterday. Days are passing so quick.
But like, my back 5 against Madrid would be probably Kusi, Diaz, Guy, and Antonori. Because you need Diaz in there for experience. Diaz has been there and done it. He holds the back line. He is one of our captains. And that's not a reflection against Nunes. I'm only putting Kusnov in there because of Vinny Jr.'s speed, and Mbappe's going to be back as well, apparently.
That's why I said I think it's important that we put Cushy in there.
Yeah.
Do I think he'll play Diaz? I don't think he'll play Diaz because of exactly what you just said.
I would for experience.
For me, the midfield is more key. How we deal with them.
How would you start in midfield?
I won't be adverse about putting Rodri and Nico and the 3 Nicos in there. The 2 Nicos and Rodri in there. If he's gonna play Ain't Nori at left back, I won't be adverse to doing that. You know, like one as a deep, like look, no, like just
high angle.
Yeah, just sitting in front. Will he play Bernardo? I think he'll sit Bernardo out of this one. And then you could put a blanket on over. Will he play Cherky?
What you just said there, between Eagles, Rodri, Semenyo, and Cherky, and Haaland up front, obviously.
Mm-hmm. But Pep will pick a different team. And you know something? Even I think I put it in our Facebook group, and I actually put it on X yesterday before kickoff. I was actually happy with that starting 11 yesterday.
So was I.
I thought it was a decent, solid starting 11, that. And it was good enough to beat West Ham. But is that disrespecting West Ham?
People thick or something that you don't understand that West Ham are fighting for their lives? They're fighting relegation. They're not on the beach. They're not lying down. They have something to fight for. They're fighting for survival. Just the way Spurs against Liverpool today.
Like Simon says there, you go back and watch the City Premier League game from 15 years ago. Different standard of football because times change. Absolutely. And I don't think the Premier League has been that good this season. I genuinely don't. I don't. And it's not because we're not going to... Looks like we're not going to win the Premier League or anything. Even if we went on to win the Premier League, I'd still say that was a pretty piss poor Premier League.
Well, I think the answer to that is any Premier League team won in Europe last week.
No. That don't mean to say the Premier League's poor though, because
it is, Andy. It really is.
No, but Arsenal finished top of the lot in the groups in the finger stage.
The dog and duck could have done that.
Well, we didn't. The dog and duck. We sneaked through, mate. So credit where it's due on that perspective. But the knockout stages are the knockout stages, and you don't have to be the best team to win a cup competition.
No.
You have to be the most consistent in the league. If Arsenal go on to win it, which it looks like they will, then I'm not even going to say fair play to them because I can't stand them all their fans, mate. But what we'll say is they probably, out of a bad bunch, they deserve to win it out of a bad bunch.
So take away them stupid corners if they do. I mean, where would they be in the league?
Well, you can't because that's their weapon.
Yeah, but Tony Pulis used to get marked for that. And now Arsenal are the best thing since brown bread, according to Sky Sports.
But you're missing a point, though. If you play to your strengths, if that's one of your strengths, you play to it.
Oh, I wouldn't give Arsenal names. I hate the bastards. Sorry.
No, I do. Blue House says, Andy, some fans want to win every game, win all the trophies. Fans like us accept that. It's just isn't the game. No, it's not, mate. It's not the game. And I think that's why I'm not even getting wound up at City, the players or whatever. And I'm just getting wound up with the fans because, and again, it comes down to the entitlement. And that's why the title, like City out the title race and the City fans combust. They've combusted. Their heads have gone. But going back to my question, mate, yeah, I think we're going to go through against Madrid. And that's not not because I've not drank or anything, but I don't know. Sometimes you get them spidey senses where you think something's going to happen.
That's your heart.
I've not got one. Certainly not my heart. Yeah, West Ham, mate. Did we deserve to win it? Or was it a fair draw because they defended?
We probably should have scored in the last 10 or 15 minutes, definitely. But this wasn't DB. The ball this kept up, ended up in the keeper's hands, and you just know it's not going to be a night. And sometimes you have to put your hands up and say, okay, we're taking the chin and on the next one.
And again, what Stevie says there, you can't compare. It's pretty much what we touched upon before, mate. You can't compare players that you can see similarities, but they can't be compared different times. And that's why, and we've always said this on the show, mate, for however long we've done it. You lose a De Bruyne, you're not going to get a De Bruyne replacement. You'll bring another player in, but we'll have to play differently. So our style of play changes automatically. Our style of play. Semenyo looks gangly. He does look gangly, but I'm going to credit him. He's chipping in with goals. He's, like I said before, he's working hard. He doesn't look. How can I put it politely? He doesn't.
I know what you're going to say, right? He doesn't look the player he was. He don't look
like a Sané or a Sterling or one of them. He looks awkward. He looks.
No. What he does, Andy, he's not playing the position he played for Bournemouth. He was playing down the left wing all the time. Boom, boom, boom. For Bournemouth all the time. He's not doing that for us. He's either playing down the left, he's playing down the right, or he's playing down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And that just shows you the football intelligence that the man has. When that eventually clicks, when he gets comfortable in all them positions, like when's the last time we played down the left for us?
And even yesterday, we played so narrow, didn't we? Like I said earlier, in many respects, we just had Nunes and we had Ain't Nora pretty much on their own, trying to push them back.
No, that's the thing that does bug me is that, like, say when Savinio or Doku or Mamouche or whatever is coming in from the wings, you have 2 or 3 players on them. We don't offer that protection to our defence. Ain't nobody's dealing with 1 or 2 players when he's on. Or on the other side, Nunes is dealing with 1 or 2 players when he's on. There's no backup for them.
Thanks, Jack. At least it's sort yourself out, Jack, and anybody who's wearing them daft sunglasses.
What do you say?
It's some sort of like daft trend. I don't know. Listen, if people want to do it, they do it. It's just everybody who's I see now seems to have got them. So it's like a Roy Orbison or Ray Charles convention everywhere I look. It is. I was going to say something then and I forgot. Yeah. By the way, it wasn't a criticism of Semenyo. Like I say, I think he's been very, very good. It looks times he's not in the game and then he's there. And I remember his interview when he's even, in fact, it was before he even signed for us. It was with Jamie Redknapp. And he says this season he's been trying to work on getting them goals, like back post and near post and stuff like that. And to his credit, that's exactly what he's done for us. And he just looks gangly, but that's not a criticism. It's something we don't normally see in a City team, do we?
No, but he has to find his feet like the rest of them. And fans will have to get patient. And if they can't, tough. Go and support someone else. Go back to your Playbox or whatever you call it, Xbox, is it, and PlayStation. Don't be
it's almost like FIFA. It's almost like FIFA 26 or something like that, isn't it?
Good luck to them. The more I stay away, the more chance I have getting tickets. So,
well, you will, because there'll be loads of empty seats anyway, mate.
Good. Well, I'm over for the next. I'm over for the next 4 home matches. I think I have the ticket for the Liverpool Cup game as well.
Oh, you're over for that as well. Yeah. And you know something? And it's not because I was away drunk or anything. I didn't even know we got on against Liverpool in the FA Cup. Totally forgot about it.
Well, no,
but that's there for the taking because. And I said this before. I think even though I do think we'll beat them, I said it earlier. I think Liverpool are easier on the eye than Arsenal, even though Liverpool are in a shit position at the minute and stuff like that. I think they're a better footballing team than Arsenal. Just that
that wouldn't be fucking hard.
I know, but Arsenal are getting over the line. That's what you need to do. They're getting over the line. But yeah, you're secure now for all season, aren't you? Got the Arsenal one, you got the Villa one. Just waiting for the Palace one.
I have there.
Oh, when do we play them? Oh, is it? We're still waiting.
That's not confirmed yet. It's supposed to be the 20th, but it was put back.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know where to go with some of it, mate, because normally people would be happy with second in the league, wouldn't they?
To just look. If you want to be hypercritical, you could turn around and say it's a bit stale. That's a bit stagnant. It's not fast-flowing, free-attacking football like the way we were, say, when we were in our prime, Liverpool in our prime. It was 2 heavyweights smashing the life out of each other. It's not like that. It's a bit more tactical. So look at the way Arsenal changed it up this year. They've gone direct, big 6-footers, crosses into the box, OG or corner FC.
But they're doing it either way. They're doing it. So listen, we can criticize them for it, but it's going to win them the league, isn't it? Is it? And I do find funny though that people, other fan bases would prefer City to win the league than Arsenal, Even United fans would prefer City to win it than Arsenal. Liverpool fans I speak to, they prefer City to win it than Arsenal. And that just shows how hated their fan base is, team and manager.
I don't know. I just think that the league this year, the league last year, when Liverpool won it, wasn't great. I think the standard of the Premiership has dropped big time. I'm not to say that because we haven't won it. It hasn't been at the level it was at.
No,
for every team.
And again, like I said, mate, there's going to be a time where, and I think it's happened this season where there's going to be a drop off for whatever reason. Not just with City, but I mean with the Premier League. Because if you remember years gone by, the most sought after league to go to was Serie A. You know, and then it went to La Liga, you know, before it was like the Premier League. So it is what it is. In many respects, we still got a chance in 2 cup competitions, 3, in fact, 4. You know, you can still, whichever way you look at it, we're still in 4. That's with me optimistic head on. My realistic head, I still fancy us against Madrid. I fancy us to beat Liverpool at home in the FA Cup. I think Arsenal will underestimate us at weekend. I do. I feel Arsenal are going to underestimate us at weekend.
Well, if you like, not being smart, like if you can't get up for the Arsenal match, you know, if you can't raise your game to play against them at Wembley, like.
Do you not think, though, at weekend against Arsenal, I know it's a one-off game, they will hold back a little bit, maybe slightly weaker team, because they know they've got one hand on the Premier League now, and they know. No.
They have a chance to inflict maximal psychological damage on us by beating us.
BC. Yeah, in a way, yeah, but I think we'll be more than a match for him at weekend.
As long as big Doner Kebab doesn't stop flopping.
Well, he won't be playing against Arsenal, will he?
Do you think he's going to play Trafford?
He's already said when we got through in the semi-finals, he already said James Trafford will play in the final.
All right, well.
So that put faith in James Trafford straight away, and rightly so, by the way, because.
And you're all about people leaving, Rodri, and I think Silva will go. I can't see James Trafford staying.
What would you do then? Would you sell him or put him out on loan?
He won't go on loan. I'd say he'd want to be sold. Why
would he want to be sold? I don't know. It's hard to call it. For fans that are we don't know anything. We can only assume.
Yeah, well, like you can assume, like he wants to be England number 1, and he's not going to be England number 1, being our number 2. He has to be a number 1 somewhere. And that England number 1 is up for grabs because Pickford isn't getting any younger.
He's not, and his hands are not getting any bigger either.
No. So
to be fair, he made a couple of good saves yesterday. You can't blame Everton really for that. I thought Everton was very, very unlucky yesterday, to be fair.
So they were, absolutely. They absolutely were.
Oh, I was captain. That's a good one, that, you know. If City win the domestic cups only with Trafford in goal.
But how would that set the cat amongst the pigeons? Is that against Donnarumma, is it?
No, it's just an observation, you know, because again, Donnarumma has experience behind him. He does. I don't know. I just don't know. Again, it's spidey senses. I just feel there's something going on with Donnarumma. I really, really do, mate.
Well, his confidence is shot to pieces. I mean, I know that. But you can say that about all of them. They're fragile, Andy. They are fragile at the moment. But that's just self-belief. That's nothing to do with ability. That's just self-belief.
I know they're blue art. I get you. Kush, no experience Diaz has. But would Diaz experience make him run like fucking Roadrunner? No. Because we play a high line.
I do agree with Blue Heart. I want Diaz in the team for the experience. Even if we had to sit that 5 yards deeper, you need Diaz in the team.
But we don't play 5 yards deeper anymore, mate.
I know that's true.
But it's either I just feel against Madrid we've got to have Nico Gonzalez in there as well. I really, really do. With Rodri and possibly Nico O'Reilly in there as well. We've got to get that ball to Haaland, because it's all right, everybody's slaughtering Haaland. I know he didn't score. It was a great save. Cherky was on within 10 seconds yesterday, and he played a forward ball to Haaland, and it was a great save by their keeper. That ball seemed to be a magnet to that keeper yesterday, by the way, which fair play
to the last 10 or 15 minutes.
But the first thing was, Paddy, it was that ball to Haaland. Haaland was running onto a ball. But yet, Haaland's shit is a lamppost. I don't get it. Nick, I just said the same. I absolutely think exactly the same, and possibly Nico O'Reilly in there as well.
But are you saying that, like, just out of curiosity, right? Are you saying that from a possession-based tactic or...
Yeah. I'd have Nico O'Reilly.
Defensive-based?
I'd have Nico O'Reilly the furthest forward out of the three of them. I definitely think one needs to sit there, because if we do get caught playing the high line, I know Nico O'Reilly's got more pace, but I think Rodri's experience there would help. So
should you play Nico, or should you play Rodri the front of that triangle? So Rodri, Nico. Let Rodri
because
Rodri close to the box.
Rodri's more of a defensive midfielder than Nico O'Reilly, because Nico O'Reilly's more of a. But
what about the counter attacks then? Means Nico O'Reilly's running from their box against Philly Jr. or Mbappe.
Not necessarily, because Gay's no slouch and neither is Kusha. That I'm only assuming if Diaz isn't starting there. And again, we it's all speculation who we would pick. It means nothing compared. Whatever team Pep picks on Tuesday, and Tuesday, whatever team he picks on Tuesday, it's not going to be the right team anyway to some.
Well, I'm going to check. I'm going to check the flights and the hotels tomorrow, and if the rooms are not full and the planes are not full, the prices might come down. I'm going, like. I'll give City their 60-odd quid. Bastards. But anyway.
It's not just City, it's UEFA who dictate the prices, isn't it, for Champions League?
Is it?
I'm sure it is, yeah. That's another reason why, even when I had my season tickets, I never went to Champions League matches, because you wasn't getting a bean out of me.
Well, if the flights and the hotel are cheap enough, I'll be there.
Yeah, it's Ash says we shouldn't not sell Nico G to Barcelona. He talks very, and rightly so, because it's his country. I've seen a great. He was on Sky. I've seen a great interview with Nico Gonzalez. About his development coming through, through the ranks and that for him before he got sold and then before he came to City. I just get the feeling that he wants to go back to his homeland. Maybe at some point, like Bernardo wanted to go back to his homeland. He's been with us best part of 10 years. Pep, and so it don't mean to say it's going to be any time soon. And why wouldn't I? I'd love to go and play in the sunshine rather than the rain of Manchester.
Yeah, I think there's too much made out of that. Oh, he wants to go back here and he wants to go back there.
Again, DC thinks the same as me. And again, it's just, listen, opinions are like arseholes. We've all got one, mate. And I just...
Well, I tell you, if Rodri leaves, we could be in trouble next year again.
No, we won't, because I've seen some fans wanting him to go because he's not the same Rodri we had as a Ballon d'Or winner. So they'll be overjoyed.
He's just done his ACL and he's recovered and he's come back. He's got injured and he's come back.
Mm-hmm. And here's one for you as well. You know what? All the and people entitled to an opinion. All the ones who want Pep out and stuff like that. Maresca is still tipped to replace Pep, not Vinny. Maresca. People need to be careful what they're wishing for, mate. Because if people think we've got it bad now, under Pep, 18 trophies in almost 10 years, we may have a bit of a drought. I know. Was it Maresca who won the Club World Cup? Yeah, it was the Club World Cup again, cup competition. But he did well with Leicester.
I'll put that argument to the sword now. Go to any top club in the world. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, whatever.
Fernandinho, Simon. Fernandinho.
Give them the choice of Maresca, Company, or Pep. Who are they taking?
Out of them again. Sorry, mate.
Out of them three managers, Maresca, Company, and Pep, who's the top teams in the world taking as a manager?
Pep every day of the week, mate.
And our brain dead fans want rid of Pep.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's just that, and I get some of it down to frustration and stuff like that, but it's continuous frustration now. You take Pep every single day of the week. Has Pep made mistakes? Of course he's made mistakes. You know, has he made the wrong team selection? Yeah. Did he come out with a silly comment? What?
You can't get it right 100% of the time.
He's got it right.
You don't get anything right 100%.
He's got it right 18 times in 10 years. For me, that's more than if you can get something right 18 times out of 10. I don't think you're far wrong with being pretty much a genius, mate.
Can you see Maresca getting 100 points or Company getting 100 points? Can you see them doing the quad? Can you see them doing 4 in a row?
Is my thoughts and scenario if Maresca comes in. Just bear with me and let us know in the chat. Maresca comes in to replace Pep, whether it's at the end of this season, whether it's the end of next season. I personally think it'll be the end of this season. I can genuinely see Pep going after this season.
No.
I think City, the hierarchy, are that loyal that they would keep older Maresca even through really, really, really tough times. I really do. I know people might say, yeah, but they got rid of Pellegrini. To be fair,
but
you'd have a word with Pellegrini if you knew Pep Guardiola was available, like when we brought Trafford in, when you knew Donnarumma was available. Sometimes when stuff like that happens, it happens. There's no way Vinny would join us on the back of Pep. I could be totally wrong again, talking bubbles. In my opinion, he wouldn't. Who would want to follow Pep into City? He might say everybody. Mourinho didn't want to follow Fergie into United, and he actually said that in an interview somewhere. Mourinho, he went, there's no way I was going in there after the legacy of Ferguson.
Yeah, but Pep's already talked about next season, so I don't think it's a problem.
But that's the way Pep is.
I told you if Pep won the league this season, he would go out on top. But he's not going to go out. Liverpool won it last year and Arsenal won it this year. He's not going out. That's like he's running away. Pep will be there next season. And if he wins the league next season, he may get the handkerchiefs out because he's going.
Okay, then. Let me give you a scenario back then with what you just said. He didn't win it last season because Liverpool won. Don't win it this season because the arseholes win it. He doesn't win it next season and we have a drop-off. He's out of contract. Do we give him another contract? B, does he go after that and his legacy's gone? Just because he doesn't win the league last season, this season, doesn't automatically make him win the league next season.
Yeah, but he's
not
formed
that
a team. He's formed a team, Andy, and he's molding a team. He's rebuilding a team, and he's not going to walk away from that team this season.
Who's to say
he might walk away? He might walk away next season when he tries and it hasn't worked out for him. But he's not going to walk out in the middle of building a team.
Right. So who's to say he's not building a team because he knows Maresca is his successor? Or that's the word on the street from credible journalists. Anyway, it's not. And who's to say he's not? Right. Are you telling me when Pellegrini was still at City, Pep wasn't like that with his hierarchy, Cheeky and Ferran going, I want such and such a player, I want such and such a player, we want De Bruyne, bringing players in, want John Stones. Are you telling me he wasn't speaking to them about bringing players in? So when Pep officially joined us, Pep had them. What player was it now? What he stopped from? I'm sure when he was at Madrid. Somebody tell me in the chat. And this come out, and I do believe it. I forget what player it is now. There was a player about to sign for Bayern Munich. It might have been De Bruyne. Bayern Munich wanted De Bruyne when Pep was there, and Pep blocked it going in there, knowing that De Bruyne was going to go to City, and he wanted De Bruyne at City. I'm sure it was De Bruyne. That happened, mate. We would be naive to think stuff like that does not go on.
I'm not naive to think that doesn't happen behind the scenes, but I do have a firm belief that listening to Pep talking, the way he's talking about next season, what he's going to do next season, I can't see him leaving at the end of the season.
Don't get me wrong. I want him to. Listen, for me. No, I want him to stay. I want him to stay. If Pep wanted another 5-year contract, I'd give Pep another 5-year contract, mate. No ifs, buts, maybe. That fella has got enough credibility in the bank to go whenever Pep wants to go. Not when fans are trying to.
I'm actually thinking along them lines. I think he'd get another 2-year contract.
No, I don't. He's stayed with us 10 years so far, mate. I think.
Yeah, but where's he going?
I don't want him to go. I'd love him to stay forever, mate. He's got enough credibility in the back.
Pep lying on a beach? No. Can you see him managing international football? No. He wants to be a club football. He's already had his little sabbatical when he went to New York watching basketball and all that crack before he joined Bayern Munich. So he knows that doesn't work out for him. And he loves Manchester. He hates the English media. So it wouldn't surprise me if he signed a 2-year extension.
Where does he love going all the time? America.
To do what?
Manage. He'd have that lifestyle, and he loves all the other basketball, and he loves all that.
Is that competitive enough for him?
How do you know?
Because I'm 30 odd years studying human psychology, and I know what makes him tick.
No, right. So okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. I would bow to your knowledge. You know that, mate. The Bundesliga wasn't exactly a competitive league.
But he was brought in for the Champions League at Bayern Munich.
And he didn't win it.
He didn't win it.
Didn't win it, mate. I sort of get what you're saying, but his lifestyle would suit America. But I don't want him to go to America or anywhere. I do genuinely want him to stay at City. I just think that would potentially be his next move. He'd definitely take a break when he leaves City, whenever that will be. He'll definitely take a break because he is looking a bit burnt out. And Klopp referenced that when Klopp went that the Premier League burnt him out, and that's why Klopp left. He said you don't realise the intensity. And let's not forget, Klopp and Pep was bang at it, and we've probably seen some of the best competitive football in Premier League history with City and Liverpool in that time. It's bound to get to you at some point, that proverbial that brick wall, where you hit that brick wall. If Pep's at that position now, don't know. He's looking a bit worn out. However, the players he's bringing in, he is building. Let's look at the players what he brought in last January. I know one's still out at loan in Girona. Yeah, he is. Echeverri. Everybody's going on about Echeverri. Why is Echeverri not playing? Pep sees Echeverri in training and stuff like that. I will be guided by what Pep sees.
Echeverri's in Girona.
I know he is. He scored a late goal. I think it was yesterday. I'm not
about Hayes. I'm not about
Echeverri. Yeah, I know. So you've got Kushinov. Why is he not playing Kushinov? For me, Kushinov he should be a first choice, if there is such a thing as a first choice, because I think he's proved himself now. Right back, with his pace, centre back. You know how versatile, how strong he is, how quick he is. That's what Pep brought in, but that had to be nurtured in. Nico Gonzalez,
by the way.
Yeah, Nico Gonzalez. Everybody was going, his bobbins. I don't know why we bought him. He wasn't even in the squad at some point when we bought him. He was sat in the stands. He's in the team at the start of the season. I don't think he's started for, I think it's 9 games. I agree. I like the kid. I think the kid has got something about him. We're starting to see that a little bit now. But he's playing second fiddle to a Ballon d'Or winner, mate. So even he must go, yeah, I want to play, but it's fucking Rodri, that. It's Rodri. Mm. And he will be learning so much in training side by side at Rodri. So that, i.e., when we had Fernandinho, when we brought Rodri in, Rodri learned a lot from Fernandinho. That's what we're seeing. Then we've got Marmoush. Marmoush more or less hit the ground running for us. When we brought him in January, he scored. I think he's only scored 1 Premier League goal this season for us. However, he was injured a lot of the time. He scored most of his goals against Newcastle. Most of them have been at the Etihad. However, there's a player in there, and it proves it, because people are saying if and when he leaves in the summer, because that's if he's unhappy because he's not getting game time, la-di-da-di-da, he would probably be able to go to. He'd have his choice of Premier League teams. So it wasn't a bad signing. It's just sometimes players don't fit either in systems or they don't adapt to clubs. So on the back of that, we've got Semenyo playing totally different than he did at Brentford. However, he's hit the ground running with us. Gueye, he's already admitted his game's changed completely and he's learning on the job. How is that going to help us, say, next season when he's got that development? Ain't Nori, he's quick. He's not doing that final ball what we'd like him to. But that's not really a criticism of him, because he's still learning with a setup, i.e., the same as Gueye, the same as Semenyo. So we will have these players what will benefit more next season than possibly this season. There we go, Steve. See, all the sunglasses because of your yellow wall, mate.
I'm going back to Dortmund if this keeps up.
No, you'll be able to paint it blue and be in that blue wall at City, won't you? What they evicted 500 fans for. Don't get me going on that. So yeah, it's not all doom and gloom, mate, is it? I know the start of the show started off me on a bit of a rant and stuff like that. But when you dissect it all, I was asking for something like that, wasn't I? So when you dissect it all, it's not that bad. Evening, Elliot. Hope you're well, mate.
I wouldn't be getting too excited over it.
No, but we're second in the league, mate. There's still a hell of a lot of football to play, even though how many Premier League games are left? Is it 8, 9, 8? I don't know. That shows you how not bothered I am.
If there's 8 games left, right, that's a possible 24 points.
Mm-hmm.
We take 3 points off Arsenal, 3 points off Crystal Palace. That leaves 18 points to play for going into the end of the season.
Believe.
I'll take my chances.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get. Would you be happy with 1 trophy, 2 trophies this season?
Yeah.
Would you be happy with no trophies?
Yeah.
And I think that defines. I think it sums up perfectly between entitled fans and not, because I didn't. The generation we come from, well, I come from. I know you've seen City win in the 60s and stuff like that, and I didn't because I wasn't born. But I think that sort of like defines it a little bit, doesn't it? Of mentality and entitlement and stuff like that. Elliot says, on the pitch, my worries maybe the players know something we don't. Pep going in the summer, 115. I don't think it's 115, mate. Possibly about Pep. I wouldn't rule it out. I believe a lot of the players aren't good enough, and that's fine. It happens to every team. I wouldn't say not good enough. They're not the standard what we've been used to, but they're still very, very good players. But they're not, like we said earlier, they're not a De Bruyne, they're not a David Silva.
Hold on, I believe a lot of players are not good enough, right? That's a comparison, right? So that's a comparison to Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, David Silva, Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany, all in their prime. They didn't join us in their prime. Like when I see Savino getting compared to Mahrez at 21 years of age, Mahrez was over in France, I think it was. He wasn't even in the Premiership. He wasn't playing for Leicester. Never mind Man City. So you have to give these new players a chance to get up to speed, judge them in 12 months or 18 months, and then say they're not good enough. If you're going to go down the comparison route, but don't dare compare any of them new players, the established pros that we had who have gone out the door.
I do agree with. I think Elliot said it. I do think there's 1 or 2 who need to step up a little bit, especially if you like the experience. You could go through it.
But do you think that when Kevin De Bruyne joined us, he was the same Kevin De Bruyne who left us?
Second in the league, mate. I know, and none of us expected us to be anywhere near. The club is probably one of the strongest clubs in world football, mate. We might be going through a bit.
Does that say the club's in a mess?
Yeah. Ash, the quad is on. Oh, I'm getting some stick here. It's not DC. I do believe we're going to go. Everyone's laughing that they think that we're going to go through against. I think we're going to go through against Madrid, mate. I tell you what, I just love it. Just love it if we beat them. They've got to go to the Etihad yet, and I'd love it. Oh, it's good to see Keegan as well. He's on the road to recovery, mate, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all joking aside, I'm going to repeat it again. Won that game in hand, beat Arsenal, 3 points, 6 games to go.
See, beyond belief just said there. Look at the timing on that. It's mathematically possible that Arsenal win. Oh, no, he's not. I read it wrong. Yes, it is. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. That would be the worst thing on the planet. No, there's not a lot of people who think we're going to get past Madrid, mate. Stephen says, get Cherky back in the team. See, there's reasons I'd say yeah, and there's reasons to say no. I think Cherky's got to improve as well. I know offensively he can be very good, but like I said earlier, he loses the ball. He can't really do a two-yard pass, but neither could Kevin De Bruyne, and he was an unbelievable player. We've just got to have patience with what Pep's doing or trying to do. That's not blinded happy clapping or anything. What can we do? If I could understand the hysteria if we were 6 or 7 for something like that, Paddy. I could understand it a little bit.
You can't. Players we have now and players who have gone out the door, it's like you say, comparing apples with oranges. Doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a chance. Like you're saying they're comparing Rodri before he was injured. Jesus.
And that's it. Some people.
Is that the level we've got to?
In many respects, mate, yeah. I do think that. I think it's down to shows like this that keep everybody's head focused on what the issues, if there's any real issues. Listen, I'm getting some pelters about the Real Madrid game, mate. We are going to, right, have faith. If we don't get through against Real Madrid, there'll be a forfeit. If we don't beat Real Madrid, the forfeit will be Paddy will paint his wall red. Not right, mate?
There's more chance he knitting fog. But I tell you, it'll be some crack next Sunday night when we lose against Real Madrid and Arsenal, but it's in the cup.
Hello, Mr. Confident there, yeah?
But you imagine the meltdown? If they think it's bad now, imagine that.
I'm just looking at your last comments. You had us to beat Forest 4-0, mate. So I'm not going with any of your predictions. Ash says you won't. Yeah, against Madrid, I take it, Ash. Yeah, I know. There's reasons for and against in there.
Okay, Ash, who are you starting? So you've identified who you're not starting. Who are you starting?
It's a great question, that, Patrick.
Thank you, Andrew.
So Elliot says against Madrid, Donna Summer, Nunes, Cushy, Stones. That's thrown one in the mix, isn't it? Ain't Nori, Nico Riley, Jerky Foden, Marmouche, and Hart. Seeing it weird because
is there no A in there?
But do you know something though? We all pick different teams, and it doesn't matter what team we pick or we want. It's only a problem when we don't get a favourable result. It is though, isn't it? Semenyo ain't City quality. Have you not seen the goals he banged in? Not only when he played for Bournemouth, but the goals he's banged in and his assists for us since he joined us.
No, he was playing the Xbox them days.
But however, what I will say there, Jay Fresh, I did say it earlier. He looked gangly, but it doesn't matter how somebody looks. He doesn't look City quality on paper, does he? I think you may be going down that road. You can't knock his goals and his assists since he joined us and his work ethic. That has been very, very impressive for me.
What is he? City's highest scorer, second highest scorer?
Second.
Behind Holland.
Mm-hmm.
He's not City quality.
I know. That scares me. Diaz versus Mbappe.
That's why you've cushioned off there.
Yeah. So yeah. Listen, it at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we think as fans, does it? It's what the GOAT, Mr. Guardiola, wants at the end of the day, and that's
young Joseph.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Jay Fresh, Prem has been terrible this year, but we're still second in it. And if we finish second, because the rags are snapping at us, It's an improvement on last year. And it's about a season-on-season improvement. Would you agree with that, Paddy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't giving it up yet. Not by any stretch of imagination.
What am I drinking? And there's nothing in it. It's a 7-Up. Teetotal, aren't I, Paddy?
The question should be what you're not drinking.
yeah. Spartacus says Semenyo was a physical freak who has a great shot on him, but if you expect him to be creative, you're not going to get much. Exactly, mate. It's our expectations, what we want out of players. Where you'd expect a Doku to be more and shooting more tricky, whereas we've got somebody like Semenyo who you can throw that ball up to. And I think he's been very good for us when we've held that ball up to him as well, Paddy.
Well, which winger is doing that in the Premiership this year? Which winger is doing that?
But he's not really been playing as an out-and-out winger, has he?
Yeah, but any winger. Like
No,
our wingers should be like fucking Messi, according to some of our fans. They're wingers for a reason.
There you go.
Sky and TNT have called them forwards, and everybody piles in, oh, he's a forward.
And I agree with Nick here. Villa now will be the farewell to a few players. Sadly, that's the reality of it. You know, players come, players go, and we've got to understand that. I do think there will be a few out this summer. Can you not see that, Paddy?
I think Silva will go, and I think Trafford will go. But that's about it.
I think Arsenal strength to strength. I don't know. Don't know, Blue Art. It's anybody who tries to second guess Pep. Ronald, who's a straight away, and yep, totally agree, Nick. And Pep already said it. After the semi that Trafford would be that Trafford would be in goal anyway. Spartacus, sorry, what did that experience count for you as being bad in those aspects through his whole career, lads? I think it's on about Diaz there. Diaz has had his moments there, but again, it's all about strength and weaknesses. Diaz's strength is winning the ball. It's about his strength is literally his strength. His weakness has always been his pace. You're either born with pace. You can't add pace to can you? It's something you're born with pace. Look at Cushy. Cushy's a bit of a freak, really, because he's got pace as well as that physicality, hasn't he, Paddy?
Pace, power, and precision.
I don't know. So, can I not tempt you about Madrid, mate?
No.
Andy something. Tell you, Phil will get another voice. That would do you. I don't know what you mean there, mate. Yep, and it is, we're looking at extending his contract out. Listening to certain people in the know, as in journalists and stuff like that, but we're not going to give him extra money. I think whatever he's on now, that's more than enough, and I'm sure he'd take a 5-year deal, wouldn't he? To stay at his boyhood club, Paddy.
Well, Pep always refers to his psychological stuff, not his physical stuff. When in terms of getting back up to speed.
Yeah. What his the comments keep flicking tonight. Keep going. It's bouncing. It's probably because we're on our new platformy thing, mate. So yeah, let's predict the week ahead, mate. Madrid. Come on, Madrid.
We'll 1-2-1. But go out 5-1. Well, no, that doesn't make sense, does it? 4-2 will go them.
So, at school, did you get good results on maths?
Top of the class, actually.
I'm going for Madrid 3-0 in 90 minutes and to go through. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to hear your Sunday prediction.
Arsenal, right, let's go Arsenal, mate. Let's go Arsenal. Oh, seen something. See, you got some here, 4-0.
I'm going to go, we'll beat them 3-1. We're a better football team. If we can keep their set pieces out, we'll win that game 3-1.
So Paddy's going 3-1. I'm going for... We will beat them 2-1. Let's see what some of the predictions are.
We might cheer some of the fans up then.
Like we've had a bad week. We're going to have a good week.
Yin and yang.
Yeah. So 3-2 City. Oh, Gordon. 5-0 win first half. Yeah, Donna Summer is decent at saving penalties, mate. Carabao Cup, we're going for Ash says 3-2. Oh, you went 3-1, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dude, I can feel a good week coming on. We're going to have it. We're going to have it. Anyway, let's pass there because we're going to have a good week, and I don't want to talk myself out of it. Right, Mr. Paddy. Thanks for joining us, mate. Hey, we've gone on an hour and a half tonight. Is that because they had an hour and 25-minute rant about
you had a little tantrum about your friends on X.
I did, didn't I? And then, some more coming for here. 1-0. Yeah. Right. Listen, guys. Thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure, never a chore. And we will do it next Sunday, won't we, Pat? Are you going next Sunday?
No, I can't for work commitments next Sunday.
All right.
I could have got a ticket, but I can't go.
I thought it was something like that. Listen, everybody in the chat, thanks for joining us. If you're wearing sunglasses in your profile picture, get your profile picture changed.
So it won't matter to you because you're deactivating your account now after this.
I've just got to put the link up for the show.
And then you're deactivating your account.
Yeah.
Because remember that last tweet you put up about, I still have it, about your every time you swear or get annoyed or react to idiots, you were giving money to charity.
I've had to sell my house.
That lasted, what, 6 minutes?
Something like that, mate. Anyway, on that note,
we'll see you're here from Andy now until next Sunday.
Right. Anyway, we're going now. Listen, thanks for everyone who joined us. Always a pleasure, never a chore. We will do it again next Sunday.
Get your sunglasses on.
On the back of City going through against Madrid, and we will be the new champions for the Carabao Cup. Let's bring it on. Have a great week, all. Bye-bye now.